Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Well, it has been a week. It has been an exciting week. It's not over yet, but I assume the weekend might be a little bit less dynamic. But you never know. Normally Saturdays are rather quiet. But we had it before, when the markets start to move, they can also move on a Saturday. But yeah, for now, I assume we won't get too much action on Saturday just because most Saturdays are rather quiet. But I'm happy to be surprised. I'm happy to be impressed. So the microstructure, the overall idea is unchanged. I have, however, simplified the chart a little bit. Not the chart really. I have simplified the microstructure really. The overall idea is the same. The overall patterns are the same. I've just changed very slightly the microstructures here. That allowed me to add another micro support area, really just here for the micro level. A support area to watch to account for the volatility. And yeah, nothing has been invalidated, but as you know, with the patterns, when new price data comes in, we have to go with what the price does. Again, the previous count is valid, and we're talking really about the 15 to 30 minute charts here. Bear in mind, this is just by the way, this is just an intraday update to take a look at the chart just after the daily candle close, because it has been a week, it's been quite interesting. The daily chart will be discussed tomorrow again. So if you're new on the channel, you want to see more about the context, the overall chart, then yeah, feel free to subscribe and come back tomorrow. Okay. The idea is still that we could see some further extensions. The price today formed another all-time high, moved closer to that next upside target at 78K. We've touched 77,250, very close. I've added today these trend lines of this ascending wedge pattern. All I've changed is the location of, well, here. I can't remember how it was before, but I think I've added another layer of subwave structures. And the idea is we could get one more 4-5 pattern in this white fifth wave of wave C of 3, which could then take us into, that fifth wave could take us into the low 80K region. Certainly, I'd like to get it to 78K, maybe even 81. That's sort of the next milestone target area, where then this larger degree third wave could form a top. This means a fourth wave pullback is imminent. It hasn't happened yet, but a break below the trend line, and they are not very accurate, right? But it could, if we get a sustained break here below that lower boundary line of the wedge, it would indicate maybe this is the start of the fourth wave. Support is between 72,800 and 75,097. That means I'm not bearish. I'm actually expecting further upside in this pattern we're moving in, as long as we're holding above 72,800. Okay, if we break below it, it would be a signal that we're already in the next larger degree pullback. That could be the blue wave 4 with support between 69,418, 70,200. Okay, if we break below that as well, it's an even larger fourth wave already. Then I have to assume the third already topped. That means bullish, either turn around from here. Okay, if that fails from here, that fails from here. The market will have enough possibilities to still move higher, which is quite bullish. The big question is just how deep is the pullback going to be? But we will have to see how the market reacts to these FIB levels. The nearest ones are tested first, so I typically prefer these, and then we're going to see how the market is going to react to the first support area. Yeah. Yeah, as I said, it looks as if we need at least one more 4-5 pattern, I would say. Yeah, and this fourth wave could actually unfold on the weekend. We will have to see. For now, however, yes, there is someone asked me today about bearish divergences here. I mean, you can clearly see it whenever we have these wedge patterns. These are typically indicating divergences, and they often happen in a fifth wave. Now, I see this only as wave 5 of 3. And yeah, I mean, again, we're dealing here on maybe we get a bit more clarity on the 1 hour chart. The idea is normally the third of a third wave, which is here, gives us the highest reading. So that kind of makes sense, right? It's the highest reading on the indicator. We have one or two, no, we have actually, I think, 3 live stream tutorials about how you can combine RSI, MACD, moving averages with Elliott Wave in our in our silver and gold memberships. So if you're interested, you know, indicators, how can indicators be combined with Elliott Wave? Sometimes people ask me, how do you combine Elliott Wave and indicators? Well, I do it often in the background. And we have a tutorial series about that, live stream recordings, so you can watch these if you're interested. But just to give you one insight here, a third of a third wave is typically the highest reading. And I use that to verify my wave counts. So when it's the highest reading, it kind of makes sense, so it's correct. So the idea is then this would be the fifth wave. Yep, bearish divergence is expected, but we could get one more high, which then forms an even larger bearish divergence, maybe on the 4-hour chart or so. So that's how, you know, bearish divergence is fine, but doesn't predict the top. It just means, yeah, you know, we see a lower momentum, and that often indicates that we get to the end of something, but not that we've topped already. The price always needs to confirm that. How can it do that? Well, with a sustained break below the lower boundary line of the trend channel here. So yeah, so I think it should be clear. I think levels are all clear. We are still moving in that channel, in that wedge pattern. So still looking at higher, you know, until we break below that lower boundary line, there's no indication of a top. We're still forming higher highs, higher lows. Bitcoin has formed an all-time high today. Today, we have also opened another poll on Twitter, on X. So it runs another 19 hours. You can vote for that. If you're interested in one of these coins, Gala, Algo, Injective, or Mina, please go to our Twitter, or X, formerly Twitter account, and you can vote. And one of these, or maybe even two, will be published as a video on Twitter then on the weekend, only on Twitter. So feel free to follow us there. Lot of people ask me for updates in the comments, which I fully understand for different coins. It's not possible to cover all these coins in a video, right? Too many. So there are a few ways how you can get an analysis for the coin you want. So the first one is, you just subscribe to the Twitter channel, because there are some additional updates here that are not covered on YouTube. For example, DOT was covered here today, which I haven't made a video for today. So if you want additional updates, feel free to follow here. The other option is that you join one of our membership options on the website. On Sunday, we are running our member live stream where we typically accept requests. Now, the thing is, they are never guaranteed because there are just too many of them. But you know, you might want to join the Sunday live stream, can put your request in, and maybe, you know, it's going to be picked and we talk about it on Sunday. That's valid from the bronze membership, but the gold membership gives you many more updates. I mean, today I haven't even counted how many updates for additional coins have been provided, like ICP, Casper, lots of coins. So this is also in addition. Now, if you really have a dedicated request, you can go to our shop page and purchase a technical analysis. That's the TA service. You get a dedicated video. If you allow us to analyze or upload it on YouTube, you can get a 25% discount with a discount code, which I'm putting into the video description. It's analysis25. You can just go edit in the checkout, you know, and you get a 25% discount, but then it would be uploaded on YouTube. Without discount, it's only private and for you. But just wanted to mention all of these options, how you can get to your wish covered, your coin covered. That's pretty much it. So the different ways, one might work for you if you're interested. So it's been a great week. So I hope you will all have a great weekend. Maybe we'll see each other in the Sunday live stream, and if not, that's fine as well. I hope you enjoyed the update. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.